What is the meaning of Homa?
A Homa is a fire ritual. There is obviously fire, but also chants, mantras, and usually a certain intention or an occasion, like housewarming, wedding, birth of a child, and so on.
The way that I understand it is that fire acts as an interdimensional messenger between this third dimensional reality and higher realities. So we use fire to connect with other dimensions, other dimensional beings, higher dimensions, the divine. It's a way, it's almost like a prayer in movement, I would
So
say.
it is a prayer, but it has, like you were saying, the dynamic prayer instead of just closing your eyes and praying, which is also very powerful. This involves different people, everybody is participating in it, and then you are creating a certain vibration where all of the people gathered can participate in that shared prayer. And then the
Mhm,
offerings. And then
mhm.
what are the offerings? The offerings are different sacred things that are necessary for sustenance. It's not that you're telling God, hey, look, I'm giving you some water. No, God
Mhm.
doesn't need us to give water, right? Or
Yeah.
nature, but it's the intention is the prayer, the sentiment of prayer, offering the best, most precious things we have,
In the
uh,
general
symbolically
practice is
to
always peace
God.
for beings, all the beings on earth, right? The
Right.
prayer, within there are many types of homas, obviously, and many types of prayers, but one prayer that's always said in the homa is for the establishment of dharma, righteousness, cosmic order, peace on earth, for the attainment of happiness and peace of all beings. It's a practice solely for goodness, right? For goodness, whether it's wealth or whether it's health or whatever it is. It's usually something to it's for abundance generally.
Abundance, peace, happiness, joy.
Hmm.
There's usually a portion called sankalpa.
Hmm.
Sankalpa is where you're asking, hey, what do I want? It can be as broad as, hey, just peace on earth,
Hmm.
or it can be very specific. Hey,
Hmm.
we had this child take birth, and
Hmm.
then we want that child to be blessed.
The sankalpa is the intention with
Right.
by which it's going to be done, right? So the
Yeah.
homa is, essentially it's practice because it's a link. It creates a link between, as I said earlier, between this reality and the higher dimension. Maybe it connects us to directly to the divine. But the Havan Kunda, it's a symbolic representation of the cosmology, correct?
There is so much attention paid to the geometry
Mm-hmm.
of the Havana Kunda, as you were saying. It's you construct like a mini uh, pit with bricks, like
Mm-hmm.
clay bricks that are lined and layered and stacked in a specific order and a dimension, and you draw some sacred geometry artwork, and then there are different symbols of made from turmeric and kumkum.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just look at it, it just kind of feels like a sacred place. There's an artistic element,
There
but
is a creative element. Yeah, it's
right,
very,
there's a
very
creative,
beautiful.
right, but there's
Yeah,
also geometry. There's
yeah.
also a science. And look, when I see priests, the pundits do any Vedic ritual, there is a science, but there's also art.
Yes.
Those are important, but those rules aren't binding if
Mm-hmm.
somebody knows how to play within those rules.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like anything. If you're a very top surgeon,
Mm-hmm.
not two top surgeons are going to do the surgery the same way, but they all follow certain basic fundamental
Yes. Yes.
principles.
It sounds to me like a balance between divine masculine, divine feminine. There's the very scientific part. There are mathematical calculations, astronomical calculations, astrology calculations take into account, but then there's also the creativity and the beauty of it, which would be the divine feminine aspect. So there's that balance there. And then you spoke about the mood. It's not just what we offer, and always beautiful things are offered. Of course, milk and sweets, flowers, seeds, fragrance water, sandalwood paste, incense, always beautiful things that are directly available in the environment, that are used, that are generally for sustenance. But really, what's important is the mood behind what is offered. The mood we offer is always in with genuine gratitude, with love,
Yeah.
meditation, contemplation on the divine, gratitude for everything that we have in our life, everything that we receive in our life. We are giving, essentially, we're giving, the fire is that messenger, which is bringing that message, correct?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's
Mhm,
the itcha, they call it itcha, which is your sentiment.
mhm,
Also sankalpa, which
mhm,
is what intention do you hold when you do it.
mhm.
They are vital to creating that mood.
What is the homa that's done in the morning
Ag-
only in Agnihotra?
Agnihotra. The
Yeah,
Agnihotra is one where an individual can do it. It usually is 5 to 10 minutes. And uh,
sunrise or sunset generally.
yeah, yeah, they
Yeah.
can do it every day at home,
Mhm.
but there are more elaborate ones. So it's really just for it to be inclusive. There isn't anybody excluded, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
No,
You don't
uh,
have to be a Sanskrit pundit
oh, absolutely not.
to
Absolutely.
offer.
So there are the simpler ones like Agnihotra that anybody can learn. Just there are lots of videos on YouTube and other resources you can learn. You can order things off of Amazon that help you, like a little vessel that acts as a fire pit. You
Yes.
can buy all the ingredients online and then just start doing it. But
Yeah,
then there
and
are more elaborate ones.
the really big ones that go on for days or 24
Right,
hours or
right,
whatever.
right.